Hello guys, I'm Shashi Pandey. Welcome to my channel. I have recently moved to Canada on work permit and I want to share the process with others who wish to come to Canada on a work permit. To start the process, let's log in to CIC. Type cic.gc.ca. Now choose English and continue. Now you'll come to the home page of Government of Canada website. You'll see all the tabs: jobs, immigration, travel, business, benefits, health. Scroll down on the screen and you would see my application, which would not apply for now because you haven't created anything. Click on work and then click on get a work permit. Click on temporary workers. Now let's see if you're eligible to apply. So click on this link and you'll see the screen. There can be many reasons why your application might get rejected. Let's check them out. You need to mention a strong reason why you would be inclined to come back to India once your work permit expires. Suppose you have parents back home or something like that. Also, you need to show some bank balance or something like that so that they know that you would be able to survive in Canada. Even if you don't get a job for a certain period of time, you should be in great health and you should not have any bad criminal records back in India. So everything would get checked before you get a work permit. Now let's see the types of work permits. The first one is open work permit and the second one is employer specific work permit. With open work permit, you can work anywhere in Canada for any employer. There's no restriction, but if you have a restricted work permit, then you can just work for one particular employer and in that one particular location. So that would be written on your work permit when you receive it. Now just select any of these options and continue. For the options I choose, CIC presents to me the eligibility criteria. I should be a spouse of a skilled worker or a spouse of a foreign student doing a full-time course or a family member of a foreign representative. If you are working with a film or television production, then you can only apply for an employer-specific work permit. Same for the professors, lecturers and researchers. They can apply only for a restricted work permit. Co-op students can apply for open work permit, and if you're an athlete or coach, then again you work for a soap opera, then you can apply only for a work permit which is restricted. If you are a spouse or family member of someone working or studying temporarily in Canada, then you will be eligible to apply for an open work permit. Also, you need to meet the general eligibility criteria that I told you about before. If you have graduated from a Canadian university, then you are eligible to apply for an open work permit. Please go through all the criterias and read the conditions, and when you find something that meets your criteria and describes your condition, apply for work permit. You will see the screen, and here you have an option to apply online, and also you can see apply on paper, which we would skip for now. Now click on apply for a work permit and you can create your login from here, or you can just sign in. Continue to GC key. Now since we don't have a user ID and password, we'll go ahead and sign up and create a new login ID. Now let's see the terms and conditions of use. Just read them quickly and Let's say I agree, because what else you can do? Now just create a username for yourself of your choice and say continue. Now let's fill in some recovery questions. Say continue and your account is created. You will see this screen where you'll have no applications and you'll have an option to apply to come to Canada. Click on that. You will be asked to add a reference code to begin with your application, but since we don't have it, let's come down and you'll see I do not have a reference code, and there would be options like visitor visa, study and work permit, express entry. You just select visitor visa, study and work permit. So you'll have to answer a few questions by them and then you'll see if you're eligible or not. Also you'll have that code which was required earlier, so you can just copy that code and begin your application. Once you've answered all these questions, a code would be generated and that you can use while creating your application. Once you have started with the application, you will need to fill some forms and submit your documents. Coming to the documents that you need to attach with the application, the first document would be family information form, then education and employment where you worked till date, the LOE, which would include your resume, your undergraduate mark sheets, current employer offer letter or current employer salary slips or previous employer service letters, things like that, and your spouse's documents. You will need to get yourself examined by a doctor approved by Canada Immigration. You can find the hospital closest to you on CIC website, or simply you can Google. I had to wait for almost a month to get the appointment, so make sure you take the appointment a few weeks before you plan to start the application. You also need to attach a copy of your passport, photo for visa. Please check CIC website for exact specifications. Temporary visa form. It's a small form where you need to fill some basic details. All these documents should be in PDF, else they won't accept the documents. Now that you've submitted the documents to CIC and the application as well, now what to expect next? After submitting the application to CIC, in my case, I received the application acceptance letter within a month. So that was pretty soon for me, but it might take more than that in some cases. And after I received my acceptance letter, I sent my passport for stamping and I got it back within 5 working days. So that's it. I hope it was useful for you guys, and if you have any more questions, please comment below and I will answer as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching.